So friends, welcome again. I will be showing you another video on how to create a CIF ID, right? So first I'll enter my user ID here and then the password. Either you can enter or you can click with the cursor of your mouse. I'm doing it here. So the screen appears there. CIF IDs are created in CRM solution, not in Finacle. Other than CIF ID, all the work is done in Finacle. Change credentials is for password, SVS is for signature verification. Since I am creating a retail CIF ID here, it asks me, are you sure you want to change the solution? I'll say okay, yes. So this screen appears here. Left hand side you can see various tabs, subtabs are available here. 360-degree value. You can see all the accounts, liabilities, assets accounts of the customer by entering CIF ID. And remember, a customer can have only one CIF ID in a bank. A customer cannot have more than one CIF ID in any bank, right? So CIF Retail is here. So I'll just click on new entity. I'm creating a new CIF ID here, new entity here. For a customer, QD is for quick data entry. There are certain important fields which are to be entered. It's a shorter way of opening CIF ID, but I'll go with the detailed one. Customer here. So you get this field here. So as I had shown you in my earlier video also, general details with basic info, contact details, identification documents, currency. These are mandatory here. Account interface, there are certain fields which you can enter any data that required by the bank. Household CIF ID, group CIF IDs in case of entities. This is in case of individual customers having family accounts of a family. And this is for FATCA, for an Account Tax Compliance Act. Details are to be entered here. So all these fields, as I told you earlier also, in red asterisk are compulsory. Gender, again I'll go slightly faster since I've already shared a video with you here, male here, right? Let's say here Mayank. Now surname is mandatory, right? Mayank Gupta is here. Title, I don't know. The searcher is your friend in need, right? So if you can type here also, but if you make any mistake in the typing, any gap, any space appears, that will give a problem to us. So always use the searcher. Click on submit. So these are the various pre-additions to a name, Mr., Mrs., Miss. So I'll double click on this Mr. So you can see Mr. has come up here. Short name, you can write Maya also. Any short name, any 3 words, 4 words that you like, right? Or you can write May also, anything that you choose, right? Whatever customer has given to you. Now date of birth. So here now by default it is nothing is visible here, whether customer is minor or not. So I'll just enter the date of birth here. So I'll go into 90s. Let's say okay. To extreme cursors are for years, inner cursors are for days and months, right? So I'll just go on this. Let's say 95. I'll choose any date, whatever the date of birth is given. So you can see indicator has automatically come on to N here. Since the date is 1995, customer is not minor, he is major. The system is automatically by default it is taken as no here, right? Senior citizens, no. In case if it is senior citizens, we have to choose Y as drop down. Non-resident, so he is a resident. I'll just choose N here from drop down. Then primary sole ID is automatically out there. So okay. So this is all filled up. Just check up for the red. Yeah, segment is very important. What segment customer belong? This is for classification for the bank's internal purpose. It wants to decide who are the HNIs, who are the lower than HNIs or higher than HNIs. Click on submit here. Let's say gold here. Then sub-segment, you get this individual again, right, or VIPs, you can choose VIP also. Bring this slider down, inner slider, right. If you want to await trade services, since we are opening a retail CIF ID, so this will remain N only. This is for those who are opening corporate CIF IDs, right. Region is very important. So go on searcher here. So this small window opens up in the middle. Click on submit. So Mumbai is this region and tax deducted at source here. This is very important, mandatory here. Rest of the fields, if you feel you have got the information, you can fill it up. But right now we are focusing more on mandatory fields. Now these are the various, don't have so many tabs here, sub tabs here, but normal TDS, 15G, 15H, 15H is for senior citizens, 15G is for other than senior citizens. Those who are not paying income tax, I'll just choose normal TDS here. Double click on this. This is filled up here, right? Again, I'll bring the slider down here. So let's see which are the purge. Remember this CIF, all the information that is entered in CIF is never purged by the bank. The reason being, in case customer closes the account or ceases to operate in the account gets dormant, inoperative, we need information. What is his contact info in case of need? Bank wants to have the addresses, phone details, any contact information, or a customer comes back, he wants to initiate relationship again also, we can use the same CIF ID also here. Preferred locale, that is called, what is the local language here? Click on searcher here. This sub window opens up here. Submit. You get this. Infang is the language that is generally used by the Infosys for develop this Finacle here. Bring the inner slider down further. Now this is mandatory. Primary relationship manager. Who is the primary relationship manager for this account? Go on searcher. A sub window opens up here. Click on submit. This Reena is there, the sub relationship manager. Start date. Since I told you this is a server where day end had taken place in 2018, 26 July. So this date has to be prior to July in this server. Since this is a trading server, so otherwise you will be using today's date itself, right? So I'll just, I think that's got all highlighted here. I'll click on this arrow here. Let's make it any date, 16, 17, let's say make it here, prior to date. Otherwise you'll be using the today's date itself, right? So this is all mandatory here. Now remember this, you don't have to put somewhere and to click on this right now. This has to be done at the very end after entering all the data. Don't save, it will go into draft. Don't submit, it will give you all the errors, all the fields, various fields that we have not visited, and there are quite many right now here. So don't touch these tabs here at the below, right? Okay. Now general we have added basic information. Now we'll come into contact information. This is very important. First is address, then phone number, then email ID. Now address, again it has to be a mailing address by default. This is mandatory. If you don't click mailing, it will give you an error. Address details here. Click on this tab here. Now you go on to drop down. Generally there are structured and free text also. So free text where you can enter as you like. Structured, there is a defined process given as is being shown on your inner window here, right? So it's always advisable to choose substructured, but you can choose text also, free text also. House number, let's say it's 88. Street number, let's say it's 4. Street name is, let's say, Park Street. I'll tap it here. City. Keep on clicking on the back of it, otherwise it will get filled up. Otherwise it may change if you don't click anywhere else, right? I'll go on searcher here. for knowing the city. Don't type the city's name, otherwise it's already advisable. So in case you make any mistake here, so you get these various cities. It's very difficult. You have to choose. There are generally 8 pages here. So what you do is here, just write MUM percentage. First 3 words of your selection criteria and percentage. Click on submit. You get this Mumbai here. Double click on this, right? Country. Again, just type here IN here. Or you can do also go and search here, type IND and percentage, you'll get India as well. So this is simple. Maharashtra. To avoid typing by yourself, go and search here. This inner window opens, small window opens up here, right? MAH. Maharashtra, first 3 letter words is MAH. Percentage. Submit. Maharashtra. Double click on this. This comes here, right? Postal code is very important. Then this address verification. Otherwise, wherever the address is valid from, where the person is staying there, you will be entering it here. Since this is a training server, the date has to be prior to 2018 here. So right. So okay, again it's got highlighted here. So just outer cursors, arrows here, just keep on clicking. So any date prior to 2018, July 18, that will be fine. And just click on anywhere else, otherwise this date may change here. Address proof received, yes. Otherwise it will give you an error. The address proof is not being obtained. So just check whether we have left anything here. All the fields are mandatory here, right? Okay, just click on save here. This is here. Now going to phone and email IDs. This is cell phone here. Preferred contact, preferred mobile cell phone here. Preferred, this is for communication here. Then add, first we'll add phone, then we'll add email ID. Right? The sub window opens up here. Click on this, phone is automatically coming here. Cell phone here. First field is for country code 91. Don't have to enter anything in the second. Write down here 10-digit mobile number, right? And click on save here. Again go on the same tab here, because we have added phone, we have to add mail ID here. Now choose from the drop down here, instead of phone, email ID. Again this has to be for communication itself only, right? So email ID, let's say it was mayank@gmail.com here. Click on save here. This is saved here, right? Now we go into identification documents details, KYC, very important. Add identification and documents. Sub window opens up here, small window here. Document type, you can choose from here. There are not many. Generally you don't have so many of these since it's a training server. So I'll be choosing individual here. Again you can enter PAN number is mandatory, Aadhaar is not required, or he gives a ration card, or he gives a license. You can add as many documents as given by the customer. I'll be going here only with the voter ID only, right? So whatever the unique ID is there in the voter ID, just type that as it is. From the account opening form, mandatory document, yes, it is mandatory. Whatever is mandatory here. Place of issue, don't type, go on searcher. Again sub window opens up here. Type MUM percentage. Click on submit. Mumbai here. Then country. IN, very simple. Don't have to go searcher here. India automatically comes here. If you type something wrong here, India will not come here, right? Issue date. This has to be again prior to. So since the server is 2018, whatever the date of issue is here, you type here, right? Let's say I'm typing with the same figure here. Expiry if it is there, driving license if it is there, you can enter. Is document verified? OSV, original seen and verified. It's very essential before you open an account. Who is the document issuing authority? Let's say it is election, voter ID card, election commission, right? Click on save here. So as you can add more data again clicking from here also, right? So you'll be having one voter ID card, one PAN number, one Aadhaar card number, Aadhaar card. You have to choose one as which is preferred here. So since I have only entered one here, I am choosing this radio button and click on this radio button. This has to be chosen here, right? Currency. Again, INR, in which currency I am opening the account. Click on this tab here. Sub window opens up here. INR, Indian rupees. Just click on save here. This is added here. So again, I'm just going these fields, not required for all of you. I'm just visiting. So these are the tabs in case of MIS is required. Household, family accounts, group details for corporate, group IDs created. This is for FATCA. Foreign account, tax compliance act. All these details are here. So you can choose here also. So he is not a FATCA is not required for him, right? So general details I have entered. Now demographic, very important. Nationality, IN, since we have chosen resident Indian, you can see India is automatically here. Marital status, whether he is married, this is required in case of MIS, right? Don't have to enter anything. If you know anything, you can enter here, otherwise not required. Psychographic is generally for hobbies. Some banks have these in where customer is interested, so a bank can forward certain mails for promotion of its products. Other bank and credit card details. So all these details have been added here. Now everything is added here. We have added basic info, demographic info, general info. Now you click on submit here. Let's see, in case you have left any field, it will give an error. Otherwise, just click on submit here. So these fields have been not entered. CRM alerts, I forgot this. The CRM alerts I had explained. So this has to be no here. If it is Y, you have to choose either SMS, email for that. The native language. So you can click on this native language. I forgot this also. Infang is the language, right? Okay, that is there. Then preferred native, same here. I forgot this. Again, this was after purge allowed. Okay, I forgot this. Click on the searcher here. Infang will come here, right? Just sub window opens up here. Click on this, submit. So Infang is the language automatically coming here, right? So now again submit. I don't think anything is remaining. These three fields I left by mistake. I shouldn't have left. As after I should be careful after purge allowed, right? So there are certain fields. Submit. So gross income is mandatory. I forgot this. So where is gross income? Yeah. Oh yes, I forgot this. Oh, income expenditure, yes. Now this is mandatory here, whether he is salaried, he is retired, or he is employed, whatever is per annum entry and income is here, right? You can enter here. Now click on submit. Educate segment access must be available. Click on OK here. You got a CIF ID, note it down. Savings in progress. CIF ID is 1962, right? 1 4 times 0 1962. Retail CIF. This I have created here. Then I'll show you how to verify this. So this is here, noted down with the account opening form. I have also noted down so that I'll show you how to verify it. Click on OK. So don't have to enter here anything. Just suggest process name, CIF ID. Just click on save process selection here. Process has been saved successfully. So this is how we create a retail CIF ID. All the fields I think you must be familiar by now. So in this video I just forgot 3 fields to be entered. Just make sure all those fields. So I think with speed, with practice, you will become master of Finacle. This is my small endeavor to help you all in your career. So many banks are migrating into Finacle right now after mergers and everything. This will help you all, right? Okay. So this is all. Thank you so much.